3 podcast. I'm your host, Luke Croft, and alongside me, we have the always visually stunning Larry Hunt.
Howdy.
And sitting over here on my other side, we have, he can fix you a nice, delicious glass of Pepsi and steal your daughter's heart, ladies and gentlemen, Doug Martin.
Hey, guys.
What in the world?
How y'all doing?
He's doing a British accent. And over here on my extreme right, we have Benjamin D. Hankins. The D stands for done gave up on.
Ben!
I've just given up on figuring out what your
D's gonna stand for?
Yeah. Is that all right?
I don't care. Whatever.
All right. We are the Player 3 podcast. We get together every Monday to talk about the most important thing in life, video games and Star Wars. And Dizzy's laughing at something.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
Altoids.
How you guys doing?
Strong.
Fierce.
Intense.
Inept.
It's going to be a good podcast.
Strong and inept. That's not a good combination.
Yes. We are back from the dead, I guess. Was I dead?
Were we dead?
Yeah, you were dead.
Made some bad decisions.
Ben wasn't dead. Diz was dead.
And-
Ben made some unfortunate career moves.
And
Yeah, that's right.
now
As a team.
he has resolved them.
It's
and
glad
the world
it's
is
glad
forgiven
that
him.
that's gotten I'm glad that's gotten expunged off of your permanent record.
Yeah. It's gone.
'Cause
Forever.
that could have destroyed your life.
No longer do I have bad things on my...
Now Dizzy is
History.
incredibly
Fortunate. No. They picked more thoroughly through the wreckage of that mobile home and the side food truck
Yes.
and saw 2 bare feet sticking up out of it.
Uh-huh.
And surprise, it was Dizzy.
Like a Wicked Witch of the West sort of deal.
Right. Which in many ways, isn't that what Diz is?
It's very true. Wicked Witch of the West Virginia. There we go. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
All right, we're going to get this week started like we get every week, started with the releases of the week.
Releases of the week. Clap, clap. Happy birthday, Ben.
All right.
Is your birthday?
That's right. It is Ben's birthday tomorrow. What are we thinking, guys?
Oh,
Rewind the
hey!
podcast. Hello, and welcome to episode 33 of the Player 3 podcast. Benjamin D. Hankins is turning 35 this week.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, close.
Tomorrow.
Close. Tomorrow, yes.
We got big birthday plans today. We're going to go eat a bunch of chicken, that medium rare, right?
Yes, it's going to be actually very lightly cooked. We're going to sear
It's some chicken sushi. That's what we're
We're
after.
going to have seared ahi tuna and seared chicken breast.
It's going to be great.
And thigh.
Wait, we got 2?
No tuna.
You got any other big plans for your B-Day?
No.
Birthday. I hate that. I hated myself after saying that. Birthday.
B-Day? Yeah. No, not really. Just going to try not to die. Because I finally get my car insurance lowered, so that's nice.
That's true. See, I have an insurance company that gives you those benefits a year early, so I didn't get that awesome present. But you've only got 10 years left till you can run for president.
Well, I have that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to make fun of you.
Anyway, the releases of the week. So we're all gonna do the jingles with you today because it's your
cool.
birthday. All right, you down with that?
Oh,
you promised
fine.
this. You promised this.
I
All right,
did.
so let's
cool.
get this week started like we get every week. Started with the releases of the week.
Releases of the week. Clap, clap.
That's good stuff, man. All right.
I guess.
Everything
call
this
that.
week is coming out exclusively for either console. So let's start with the PS4. On PS4, releasing digitally, we have Arcade Archives Renegade. Renegade is an action game that was released in 1986. In Renegade, players control a vigilante who fights a variety of street gangs on his way to save his girlfriend. The Arcade Archives series has faithfully reproduced these masterpiece arcade games for PS4.
I like this revival of old school games that PlayStation's been doing. That's pretty neat.
Is there a particular game you would like to see?
Streets of Rage.
Ooh, yes,
I want
please.
to play that game again so much. I could just hook
think
up
of
the
old
Sega,
PlayStation
but it'd be cool to
games.
not have to.
What was that?
I could just hook up the Sega, but it would be cool to not have to.
Do you still have your Genesis?
Yeah, dude. We've been over this.
Yeah. I want to get one of those plug and play ones that has like the 500 games built in, but you can still put cartridges in it if there's a game you want.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Is that, that
and
exists?
and it actually takes old Sega Genesis controllers as well. So
All right, we're about to look
it's
this up.
only like $40. It may be even cheaper. I bought one for my brother-in-law and sister a couple Christmases ago.
You have a sister?
I have 3 sisters, mon frere.
We switched roles.
Is it at Game Sega Genesis Classic Game Console?
I have no idea. I bought it at CVS.
This is 91, 96.
Yeah, that's not it then. All right. Also releasing digitally on the PS4, we have The Escapists. The Escapist is an award-winning prison break simulation that provides players the opportunity of experiencing a lighthearted insight into everyday prison life. A lighthearted insight into every... I was just blindly reading, man.
So, like, you get shivved, but rainbows and candy come out of the hole.
Or you like,
and everybody, it turns out you're a pinata, and everybody's happy.
no,
Woo!
the pinata thing comes when you hang yourself on your cell and people come through to beat you
Right.
to get the candy out
Right.
of your body.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
The prison food is just chocolate cake and pleasure.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, when you say...
No. That's not what I meant.
Also releasing digitally on the PS4, we have Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition.
I interrupted you. You didn't actually finish the last description.
Whilst the aim of the game is simply to escape, the detail is in the execution. Don't say the word execution too loud in a prison. That's in parentheses there. All right. We also have Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition.
Skulls of the Shogun.
Yes, this is also going to be a PlayStation Plus title for this month, but we're going to get to all those here in a moment. Skulls of the Shogun is a mashup of turn-based strategy and fighting game flair, scientifically engineered for lightning-quick rounds, thoughtful strategic play, and frequently inappropriate sense of humor with its tongue planted firmly in cheek, and whether you're in single-player or multiplayer, Skulls has you covered. Then we have Sparkle Unleashed. A secluded world of mystery has succumbed to an ominous darkness. You must travel through the fallen lands, light magical braziers. What?
It's like burning bras.
That's right.
No, it's like torches. Like
Wait,
Is he pronouncing it right?
It is braziers, right?
I don't know if he'd say it.
Braziers.
I don't know.
wait.
But
Braziers.
Brazier
it's
is
a
a
word.
bra, isn't it?
Brazier is a bra, but the two words are very similar.
Here, I'm looking.
Brazier.
We're gonna
Brazier.
settle this once and for all. It's a portable heater consisting of a pan or stand for holding lighted coals or a barbecue. So
Click this sound thing. It'll tell you
I
how to
think when
say
it's
it.
spelled with an S, that's the bra.
Brazi Tassi's house.
oh,
That
Not
goes.
when you needed.
we ruined it all. All right, hold on. Here we go. Brazier. I'm gonna continue to say magical braziers there. So
Is
you
that
got
where
these.
brazing comes from?
I guess
So braise things?
Very possible.
Brazier.
very possible.
Learn something new.
But anyway,
Brazier
so
has
you
enough
light these
stability.
magical braziers, and
Right.
we're going to sell copies of this game simply off the mispronunciation of that word, right?
You light up the brazier.
And banish the darkness once and for all. Unlock amazing power-ups and use the ones you like the most to overcome increasingly challenging levels. Then here's a fun one. This is also going to be a PlayStation Plus title. Super Exploding Zoo. Round up herds of exploding animals and rampage around 80 destructible levels. Defend your precious egg by slamming your herd into the greedy alien marauders and blowing them up. Use the special skills of different animal types to slow alien progress or access new areas.
Looks a lot like Don't Starve. With the artwork, looks a lot like Don't Starve.
Yeah, they sort of like, not necessarily top down, but yeah, like a 45-degree angle off the ground.
Yeah.
I see it.
I think it's more of like a 46.
Oh, crap. Tetris Ultimate's coming to PlayStation Vita this week. That has nothing to do with what we normally talk about, but that's exciting.
Let's play some Tetris.
I love Tetris.
Tetris.
Then we have Wander releasing digitally on PS4. Explore a beautiful island paradise in a variety of forms, from seafaring creatures to sky-soaring griffins. Experience a new kind of adventure on PS4 and interact with other wanderers in new and exciting ways. That sounds kind of cool.
Interesting graphics.
Yes, you're flying on this. Is that a giant eagle or is that a griffin?
Looks like an eagle.
Looks like an eagle. Yeah, I
Or
agree.
a griffin.
So that's everything that will be releasing on PS4 this week, and then two games are coming out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me cover the PlayStation Plus games because they got announced this week, and there's one that I'm very excited about because I was planning on buying this when it got closer to the release of the full game. You're gonna have for PS4, your two games are gonna be Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and then Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition, then Cross-Buy on PS Vita and PS4, Super Exploding Zoo, and Futuridium EP Deluxe. And then the two games for PS3 are Call of Juarez, Gunslinger, and Cloudberry Kingdom. So those are going to be your PlayStation Plus games. And I don't have to pay $12 or $10 for Ground Zeroes.
You should
It's
be
awesome.
excited. It'll be a cool.
I'm excited about playing
Cool
that.
trip. Did you ever work on 2 and 3 anymore?
I go back to it every now and then just to try to chip away at it, but I got so much going on. But I'm not going to play Ground Zeroes until I beat those two, and then read up on what happened in 4, and be just as confused as everybody who actually played the games. I'm also going to play Peace Walker. On
3 and Peace Walker will have a lot more to do with the Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain.
Okay, so
because that's what you're playing as Big Boss.
Okay, so does 4 matter? I mean, it matters. But
It matters. It doesn't matter.
Awesome. Let me check up on the comments here because Diz laughed incredibly hard at something.
Just a lot of bad stuff in there.
Okay, awesome, great. All right, releasing on Xbox One, we'll come back to the one that's at the beginning, but we have Massive Chalice releasing, and then the Swapper. I don't have the cool recaps. I need to do that for Xbox One, but they just don't put it in a nice, neat little package. The cool release was last week, dropped last Friday. For those of us who played the Master Chief Collection, Halo 3 ODST dropped. Have you boys downloaded it?
I have downloaded it. I have
I've
not played
downloaded
it.
it.
Ben?
I haven't yet.
Check
I
your
am
messages.
very
You got
quick
the code there.
to do it.
You can redeem it straight from your messages, not on your phone, but I mean, check the messages on your phone and see if you got it. But because you bought it first day, right? No, you bought it a couple weeks later, though, right?
Yeah.
So you should. What is it? The first 3 months of, if you've purchased it within the first 3 months of release,
Yeah, I think.
something like that. So
But
Yeah,
I
got
feel
it right
like
here.
we need to go through that together before we go through Halo 4 together.
okay, see, it is a good thing that we waited. And here's what we're going to do for these. We are going to try to bring another TV over to this house, and all 4
gonna happen.
of us be
Not
in the
try.
same room together when we play these games. And we're all sitting on the same couch with our microphones stuck in front of our face,
Yes.
talking about it while we play it. And then we're going to once and for all know who's skipping the freaking cutscenes, all right?
Okay,
and we all
cool.
know it's Ben.
And
Okay.
it'll be an old school party foul.
That's right. What do you punish people with?
The other guys hold your limbs apart while one guy kicks you in the crotch.
Is there alcohol
You
involved?
see, one of us hands another one a bar of soap and then commands them to drop it.
All right, moving on. I'm excited. I'm excited about playing.
I'll bet you
ODST.
are.
It's my favorite Halo campaign. I am
It
so
is
pumped.
great. It is very good. I want to play. Do you get the what's it called? What's the other thing you could do with ODST, the horde kind of mode?
It was firefight.
Yeah, do you get
Yeah.
that with it?
I
Probably
would
not.
assume,
I think
but
it's
I
just,
hope.
it just says the campaign in the message.
Dang it.
Oh, well.
But you get the campaign and you get the new anniversary map.
And here's to hoping that they announce Reach at E3. I know it has nothing to do with Master Chief and Reach,
Right.
but to just kind of complete it, because ODST only is mildly to do with Master Chief, correct?
I don't think it's at all.
No, Master Chief doesn't show up at all.
So hopefully, because they came out when they announced that they were going to do ODST, they were going to listen to community response and see if Reach was something that had people interested. But then we've got all 6 Halo games right there.
Reach is my favorite multiplayer.
So make it happen, Phil Spencer. Make it so. All right, that was your releases of the week.
Releases
Releases
of the week.
Clap, clap.
That was bad.
Wasn't Reach just Halo 3 multiplayer though?
No,
No,
that was ODST.
No, that was ODST.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Now, did ODST include any more maps or anything like that?
When you bought the disc, it just had all of the Halo 3 DLC maps along with it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So-
I had a ODST Xbox 360 controller.
Hey.
I got the special edition when it came out.
And the cast for ODST is basically the cast for Firefly. That makes me real happy. Well, 3 of the cast.
Nathan Fillion
Jonathan
uh,
Taylor Thomas,
Yes.
and Margaret Thatcher.
Kate Beckinsale,
Alec Baldwin.
Norman Reedus,
At least they got the good Baldwin brother.
Naomi Campbell,
His name is Baldwin. I can't remember his first name. He's not a
Steven.
Baldwin brother, though.
Stephen Baldwin.
John Baldwin, Terrence
There's
Baldwin.
the Alan Tudyk who played Wash. And then the girl is played by the blonde Cylon from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, the one that does everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
You hit the
Raymond?
nail right on the head.
That's what
All
she
right.
said.
Well,
All right, moving on to the news.
News with the podcast guys.
Stop laughing at me, Dizzy.
Beautiful.
Isn't it great?
I'm going to put you
It's
back
majestic.
in that food truck,
It's so
right?
great. All right. I've never seen more things get talked about with a game without anything actually happening with a game this week. But Silent Hill's had quite a bit of news come out for it. To start off, let's come back to the rumor. and let's talk about the other smaller things. So there's been a petition going around to try to resurrect the Silent Hills project to bring it back from the dead. And Norman Reedus came out, I think, like a week or so ago, and tweeted about the petition, wanting people to go sign it. Well, Guillermo del Toro came on and did the same exact thing, said he backed the petition, and Norman Reedus talked about how he was frustrated with the cancellation of the game. And so fans, I think it's got over like 100,000 signatures now. Fantastic.
Fantastic. It's a fantastic idea.
Where can you sign this at? 'Cause
I have no idea, but here's the thing. It's not. Does it matter? Like, if Konami is holding on to the IP and doesn't want to keep working on the game, that thing could have 10 million signatures on it, and Konami's not going to care.
Yeah.
Like, they
I
already
guess
got the hype train rolling with PT.
Your logic hasn't stopped me from signing Firefly petitions for almost a decade now.
And how far has that gotten you?
Real
Serenity?
close once.
Serenity?
Been some strong rumors. Oh yeah, it did get Serenity.
Mm-hmm.
You got a valid point.
And how
there.
long ago was that?
Like 8 years, 9 years.
And you've been signing them after that as well?
Yes.
It's
yes.
the whole cast your vote thing, though. Like, make your voice be heard, even if it's not heard. I'm with you, Larry.
Right.
I feel your pain.
But Konami has shown that they don't care.
Yeah, true.
PT was
Much like the U.S. government.
PT was
It's all about the Electoral College.
PT was wildly successful, and yet they continued to. They still abandoned the project, and so having a petition that is wildly successful is going to mean even less. But then Konami comes out, issues an apology for their handling of Metal Gear Solid 5 and of the Silent Hill franchise name. And let me read this to you. Where's it at? Where are we at here? This is from Konami President and Representative Director Hideki Hayakawa. He says Konami's idea of mobile first is not at all to focus purely on mobile gaming. Our aim is to continue to build up a comprehensive portfolio of console, arcade, and card game titles for each IP, while also making the best possible use of the mobile devices that accompany our customers in their daily life, thus expanding the limits of entertainment and appealing to more and more customers. Where does he talk about? I'm trying to find where he actually talks about Silent Hills. Let me do this. That's not going to work because that just... Anyway, there we go. It's a train wreck, guys. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing.
I understand.
Anyway, basically what he says is that he's not in a position right now to announce where the Metal Gear franchise or the Silent Hill franchise are going to be going, but they have this mobile first thing, but they're still committed to bringing console experiences, yada yada, PR bullcrap, PR bullcrap. It really wasn't even an apology. The use of the word apology was very loose use of that word. But here's what this means, is that we're going to be getting crappy Silent Hill mobile games and Metal Gear Solid mobile games that you can play 3 times for free in an hour, and then after that you have to pay for access. That's all that means. But let's move on to the big news here. And it's not even big news because it's not true. But a rumor came out on Friday from Funhouse, the YouTube channel Funhouse. And essentially the rumor was that Microsoft is going to purchase and announce this at E3, that they have purchased the Silent Hill franchise for $1 billion, that the game is 80% complete, and that it may release as early as March of 2016. So they released this whole... And did you guys watch the video?
Yes.
What did you think of the video? Is there anything that jumped out to you that just made you laugh about it?
I as an ADD person, that's a video that's great. It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
It's good.
A lot of jumping within that video.
But I liked it. I found it enjoyable. I was entertained. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
It was definitely entertaining. I love the whole people yelling off camera
Yes.
at them. That
Diz.
was my favorite part.
That's your new job.
Yeah, you just got to yell stuff at us randomly, and we'll respond to you, and we'll be like, "Yep," and and we can only mildly hear what you're talking about. So just whenever you want to in the podcast, just yell something at us, and we'll quickly respond and then continue to talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yep.
Got it? It's the new role of a producer, man. You got to be ever evolving in this world. Yeah, you got
Evolving, if you will.
it. Yes. Anyway,
I'll give you an example later.
Well, no.
my favorite part about the video. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I did because I can never access the thing.
I didn't pay much
I don't
attention to it.
understand that. The folder is shared with you.
I know. I showed
Do you not
the-
know
I-
how
I
to
showed
use
you
the internet?
I showed you the app last week.
Yeah, let me see your app here.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this. Ben, what do you think
Welcome
about the
to
video?
Passing Judgment Free
I mean-
podcast.
It seemed like I could see why a lot of people would. Is that why I can't get to?
Yeah, the docs is what you edited in, but Drive is what you access.
I could see
It's
why.
the dumbest setup in the world.
I could see why it would like feel like it had validity though. It felt like it was very well put together. Like the people, it seemed like the people behind were trustworthy people, kind of. So I could see where people would think that it's that the rumor is true, just while watching that video.
And Ben has gotten to my favorite part of the video, where they're like, "We got this from a reliable source who, back a couple years ago, announced that Xbox was going to be taking the Kinect out of the Xbox One," and it's like everybody in the universe knew that was going to happen. Like, that does not make you a credible source. They may be a credible source, and I don't want to deny them. I'm sorry, I just hit you. I don't want to deny them that they could be one, but that is not what makes you a credible source by generating a rumor that everybody already knew was going to come true. But anyway, so they announced that $1 billion, 80%, and that it may release in March of 2016. It swept the nation. Everybody was like, yeah, it's going to be Xbox exclusive. It's going to be great. But all three of those little details that people peg themselves to, it's like, first of all, they spent $2.5 billion and got a studio in a major IP. They're not going to just spend $1 billion on just one franchise. And then 80% complete. Del Toro talked about how it got canceled real early on. And Norman Reedus talked about how they hadn't even done mocap yet for the game. And then March of 2016, because of those things that Del Toro and Reedus said, absolutely not. So Phil Spencer comes out on his Twitter. Good old Phil, friend of the show.
Hey, Phil.
Love you, Phil. Mean it.
Dr. Spencer.
Dr. Spencer.
Ian Manor at GoReds42093 says, really hope the PT Silent Hills rumor is true. The world needs that game. Please, at Xbox, at Phil Spencer. And Phil Spencer responded and said, sorry, this isn't true. Not sure where the rumor started, but I don't want to mislead anyone.
This is the kind of stuff where, like, I've seen it 1,000 times where people in this small town think that because some internet site posted that the sun was going to be solar flaring and that your electricity was going to be out for 3 days and the world was going to go into chaos.
It isn't?
This was last December that this is supposed to happen.
Oh.
It did not.
The day is coming.
It is coming, Seth. The sun
coming.
The sun is going to kill us all.
Oh, yeah, and eventually.
In the next 20, 30
Minutes.
billion years.
Billion years, yeah. Definitely at some point in the next... I'll give it that. I'll give it 20 to 30.
Put that on your Deadspins and your blog posts and your MySpaces, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It's confirmed. The thing about Phil Spencer's response, though, is he said the rumor isn't true. But it doesn't necessarily mean that parts of the rumor aren't true.
That's where I was going to go.
Go ahead. I'll let you.
No, I want you to go. You're going to be more fluent.
Well, I just... Let me read the tweet again.
Read it again.
All right, Gary. Seriously, that's how that video was.
Yes.
It's like, who the heck is Gary? Why does he keep yelling at him? They're clearly recording the video. Sorry, this isn't true. Not sure where the rumor started, but I don't want to mislead anyone. All right. This isn't true. Okay, it could be, yeah, we are purchasing Silent Hill, but
Not for $1 billion.
not for $1 billion. We're not gonna
$1 million.
we're not gonna purchase a franchise that's only sold 60 million copies of a game over the course of its lifetime for $1 billion.
That's all?
That's all.
How do more people not know the joy of Silent Hills?
It's one of those things that everyone likes to talk about, but not that many people buy.
Like you act like you've played.
You know
it.
what we should do? We should try to buy it.
And horror is horror is niche. It's like a niche genre. Like first-person shooters appeal to the mass of game people. Like RPGs appeal to the masses, but horror in every single arena, whether it's television, movies, or games, like that's niche. And so $1 billion for an IP that, the people who are excited about it are very vocal about it, but it doesn't necessarily turn it into $1 billion franchise just because, a plethora of internet people are excited about it.
Right.
And are being loud about it. So I could see Xbox swooping in and saving this game, putting it exclusively on the Xbox, but not for $1 billion. And there's no way this game is 80% done. There's just like, if you've got that in your brain, just dismiss that. So I don't see them announcing it at E3 either, because I don't think they're going to be able to finalize this until they're done with Kojima over at Konami, until all the Metal Gear stuff is put out. So at the earliest you're going to hear about any kind of sale of this franchise, I think, is going to be January. So that's just my opinion on it. You have any other thoughts on that, Larry?
I think you're right. And A, I'm just hoping with every fiber of my being that they do purchase it, because I want this game so badly. But B, if they can get it, I think it would be a good move. Because one point that they made in the crazy video was that the more I go along with this, the less I believe this was a good point. But they were talking about how Xbox really needed exclusives. And I wouldn't say they're desperate for them in the way that those people said, but it would be nice to have some more exclusives. And this would be a good one for them to snag if they can.
Well, I think they are desperate for exclusives that can kind of expand the genre of their exclusive library. Because
That's
if
true.
you think about, let's see, Halo and Gears are two of their biggest. And they're both shooters. They're both like marine space shooters.
Right.
And then they locked up Tomb Raider as a timed exclusive. That gives them an adventure game. And I mean, there's other exclusives that they have, but they don't have a horror exclusive. And we're going to talk about Until Dawn here in a second, but which would have been a brilliant segue. We'll come back to it. But to have something that can compete in that arena as well, and to have it, like, what marketing do you need for this game outside of just coming out and saying, hey, we bought it, because all the marketing has been done for it already. So I could see them buying it because they are kind of desperate to expand the genres that they cover in their exclusives, so that they can compete with Until Dawn, which is releasing on August 25th, which is the PS4 exclusive horror game.
This is a game I feel like we should play together, all like
I
in
think
the dark
like
on
what
the
they were
couch.
talking about on was it Beyond last week?
yeah, where they were
Kind of turning it into a party game.
Gosh.
Yeah, and so if you don't know what Until Dawn is, and I'll let you cover the part that you really like about it. Until Dawn is a kind of campy horror game. You play a group of 8 friends who go to a cabin who are there kind of commemorating the death of a friend, correct? Is that right?
Something
I
like
think
that.
that's what they're. Yeah.
And so they go to this cabin, and danger ensues. There's
Danger and Sues. How many Sues can there be?
there's like at least 5 of the
How
8
many
friends.
Sues, man?
And a killer comes and starts trying to wipe the group out. So we talk a lot about horror games on the podcast. We all have like really deep considerations of what makes good horror. I think we've all watched something about this game. Have you watched stuff about this game? You don't own a PS4, so there may not be reason. for
Right.
you
I
to.
haven't watched anything. I've read the articles and seen the screenshots. And I try not to saturate myself in things that are going to disappoint me because I can't get them.
That's true. That's a good point. That's big of you. Anyway, what makes this game kind of jump out to you? What are you excited about with Until Dawn?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can. I didn't know. I thought you were looking at Larry. I didn't
No,
know.
you're fine.
I love. Well, I don't know how many games before this have done it this way, but when we watched the trailer
Oh, she's in it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to save her to save the world.
Yep.
I think
Say the
everyone's made
cheerleader.
that joke.
Hashtag
At
say the
some point.
cheerleader. But yeah,
Thanks, Seth.
I
for
think
just
this is going to be
crapping
one of
all
those
over my
horror
joke.
games
You're
that
welcome.
isn't. I think this is going to be one of those horror games that just kind of breaks that mold of here's a story, play through it. You know, it's going to give you like your horror experience, which is pretty cool to me.
And I will echo that. I like this idea of you can lose these people and it's not going to play the same for everyone. That's fascinating to me, and I really wish I could experience it.
You will, because we're going to buy this game. We're all going to sit in the same room together.
And play
We're
it.
going to yell at the TV.
On Halloween, we're going to play it.
And we're going to stream it. Oh, it does come out before. It's August 25th. That's the whole announcement. That's the whole reason we're talking about this.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a Halloween stream. Maybe not the day of Halloween.
I have
Larry's-
to work on Halloween, which is my favorite holiday, and I'm real sad.
Well,
about
dude,
it.
we'll do it like the day before Halloween. How's that? Because Halloween's a big deal to you anyway. You like to prank kids.
What are you
Right.
guys doing on Halloween? That's another
ICOM.
conversation for another day. Oh, we are too. Dang it.
If you're going for more than one day, then the day before won't work. But
Oh.
personal conversation, 3 podcasts.
We'll figure it out. We will do a stream of Until Dawn sometime around the scary time of the year when all the ghosts come out at night and haunt your beds.
It's close to me.
And let me explain something. We got a newcomer in the chat, Neethix. Neethix1, thanks for tuning into the chat. We see you've been putting some topics in. We go by a rundown sheet during the show, and then at the end we do an after-party lounge where we just kind of talk about whatever the chat wants us to talk about. This is Ben, Seth, Luke, Larry. The guy talking to you is a guy named Diz. He doesn't have a body except for a hand. It's just... Thanks, Gary!
Neethix, thank you for calling it an Obi-Wan Kenobi beard. That warms my soul.
He with the beard is a cool.
Thanks. When I worked at Cracker Barrel, I had a beard like this, and they called me Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi beard you have.
Yes.